Hello everyone. In this video now we're going to be looking at Warrior 2, also called Virabhadrasana 2. Now in the previous videos we had looked at Tadasana, mountain pose, and then we looked at five-pointed star, right, where we took the legs wider and it engaged the inner thigh, or stretched rather the inner thigh, and woke up the shoulders, okay? And in the third video, we looked at external rotation of the hips, where we came into our Kali, our goddess posture. So you may notice that as you progress in these standing poses, that they're kind of building upon one another. So now what we're going to be doing is a pose called Warrior 2. And basically, one leg is going to be externally rotating, just like Kali. The other leg is going to be doing something similar to five-pointed star. So we're going to be getting a nice stretch in the inner thigh and in the front of the back leg, in this case my left, and the right leg is getting a nice external rotation, just like Kali. And then the arms are basically doing the same thing we did in five-pointed star. So the poses do kind of build on each other. Okay, so for Warrior 2, we take our feet nice and wide, similar to the five-pointed star. And then we're going to rotate the back leg. In this case, again, it's my left. I'm going to rotate the heel out and the toe in. And this actually happens from my hip joint rotating in. It's not just the foot. The whole leg, a little bit, rotates in. It's not a lot. Then my front leg, in this case my right, is going to externally rotate as I bring that foot to point towards the side edge of the mat. So when I'm bending my right knee here, you don't have to go too deeply. You want to make sure you don't go beyond the ankle. But as I bend my right knee, you want to make sure that your knees are tracking in line with your toes. Approximately, making sure that you feel nice and comfortable here, that your thigh is externally rotating just like in Kali, goddess posture. And then you're going to lengthen the spine upward. Try to have both hips about even in height. And it is okay if your hips are kind of angled to the right. They don't have to be squared. Sometimes trying to square the hips makes this front knee rotate in, because this might be tight and might not allow for a real opening of the hip there. So try to keep the hips in such a position where you are working towards opening to face kind of forward, but don't be real aggressive with that. It's more important that this knee tracks in line with the toes. Okay? But the hips are about even in height. If one hip is lower than the other, you're going to feel like you're dumping your weight into the right side. And we want to feel like we're weighted evenly between both feet. And we can get that by having the hips about even in height. And then we extend the arms out to about shoulder high. And then maybe if you like, either gazing forward like I'm doing now, or you can gaze towards your right hand. And breathe. Okay, and then exhale. I'm going to lower my arms and straighten the leg on an inhale. And I'm going to change sides, rotating the right foot. The toes rotate in, heel out. Left foot rotates out, toes point towards the side edge of the mat. Bending the left knee and just checking to make sure it doesn't go beyond the ankle and that it tracks in line with the toes. So there's that external rotation in that hip. Getting a nice stretch in the inner thigh of the right leg. Try to have the hips even in height. It's okay if they're angled. Spine grow nice and tall. And then extending the arms out to about shoulder high, either looking forward or gazing towards the left hand. And breathe. And then when you're ready to come out, you exhale and lower the arms. Inhale, straightening their front leg. Then you can take the toes to face forward, and then just heel toe the feet back together. Okay. So that's Warrior 2. And in the next posture, we're going to look at Parshvottanasana, which is again kind of building on from the Warrior 2. We're going to be introducing a little bit of a side tilt in the pelvis. Thank you.